Welcome to this episode of Down with Daughtry, where I have the pleasure of interviewing our summer interns here at Child Advocacy Services. To my left, we have Miss Madison Markham, and to my right, we have Miss Madison Searzant. And yes, they're both named Madison, so to differentiate, we call this one to my left Maddie, and this one Madison. So now you know. Ladies, welcome, welcome.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, I'm so glad that our schedules finally meshed and we were able to do this. We've been planning this for a few weeks now, so here we are.
Very excited.
Yeah, so I guess we'll just jump right in, and I just want you both to just tell us a little bit about yourself.
All right. Hi, I'm Maddie Markham. I'm from Northern Illinois, and I'm currently a sociology major at Georgia Southern University, and I should be graduating in May 2024.
And I'm Madison Searzant, and I majored in child family development and psychology, and I just recently graduated in May from Georgia Southern.
Yay!
Congratulations. So that's always an exciting time. And your day will come next year.
Yes.
So that'll be wonderful. So in this journey, tell us what made you choose to intern here at Child Advocacy Services.
Actually, two girls that I'm friends with, one was a classmate, one was a sorority sister, were two of the interns last semester. And these girls, if you're seeing this, hey, because they are positive, fun, sunshiny kind of girls. And I was like, okay, if both of these girls chose this place, it must be a really good place to work. And they're just raving about how great it's been. And I'm like, okay, apply. Like, that sold it for me, and it's just been a great experience.
Well, I am glad you chose us. I really, really am. And what about your choice?
So in October last year, I volunteered at the Superhero 5K, and I had so much fun. I loved everyone that was volunteering. I got to meet everyone here in the office and some volunteers, and I just realized that these group of individuals have such a passion, and they're so fun and kind and welcoming, and that really stood out to me.
Well, I think we do have a remarkable team, but you two definitely add to that remarkableness, okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Well, so now that you've been here for a few weeks, tell us some things that you've learned over this time interning here. Whichever wants to go first.
I have learned so much about so many things. We kind of have more of an understanding of like foster care and CASA's mission, and of course all of that's kind of to be expected. But something that's been really interesting for me with my supervisor was the fundraising aspect, because we have the duck race coming up.
Yes.
So Maddie and I have been up in there helping out, putting everyone's information, seeing how many ducks we've sold. It's been so exciting. So if you guys are interested, it's $10 a duck, and there's a link on our Instagram and our Facebook, and we will be the girls, most likely, putting in all of that. So I hope to see all of your names on there.
Yes.
So we have a little bit more work to do if you're interested.
Well, that's good. Yeah. What about you, Maddie?
I would say I've learned so much from this internship. I'm really enjoying the CASA volunteer training. I've learned so much, and I really have seen what a difference CASA can make for these kids.
That's wonderful.
Yes,
Yeah.
I love it.
I definitely think we make a difference. Sometimes it takes a little longer, but children who are in foster care are a very vulnerable population. So I'm thankful for this organization, and again, I'm thankful for you two. And soon the internship's going to be over. So what's the plans afterwards?
Well, at the end of this internship, we're both getting sworn in as CASAs finally.
Yes.
So very exciting.
Yeah.
So I will be doing that with my time in Statesboro, and then after that, probably be moving away. Very sad, but I do want to get my master's in social work. This internship was kind of the make or break for me on whether or not I wanted to do social work or child advocacy. And like 2 weeks in, I was like, yep, this is for me. This is where I want to be. So I'm really excited about that.
That is really good. I love it. What about you,
Yes. I'm staying in Statesboro, and I'm actually interning in the fall. So I'm really excited about that. And we are getting sworn in, so I'll be able to have a CASA case of my own, and I'm very excited about that as well.
Yeah. Well, I am excited that both of you guys will be sworn in as volunteers, and that you may have an opportunity to advocate for a foster child in our area. So that's definitely exciting. And of course, graduation, master's programs, that's all super exciting as well. So, do you have any advice for future interns?
Yeah, absolutely. As silly as it sounds, it's so true. Ask a million questions. Everyone here that I've met has been so willing and excited to answer our questions about any and everything, even things that may be kind of silly or like everybody already knows. They're like, oh, absolutely, let me show you. I have some more stuff for you to read. And it's been a great opportunity to really like guide my learning and be supported.
Yes,
good.
I agree.
Yeah.
Everyone here is so passionate, and it's just a great learning experience. And one piece of advice for interns is definitely that we have fun here. We love what we do. There are some harder days than others, but at the end of the day, you are making a difference in a child's life, and that is so rewarding.
Absolutely. Absolutely. This job is rewarding, and it does deal with real life situations, but what better way to really have an impact than actually affecting someone's life. So I'm grateful for you both. And so at this point, do you have any questions for me? I'm going to flip it on y'all.
How long have you been at CASA?
Okay, so I have been here twice. So I started back in 2016 with Kristen, who is our Director of Business Administration. She actually started out as an intern. Her first day as intern, my first day as advocacy coordinator. And so I stayed with the organization for almost 3 years. And then I decided to transition back into DFAC's world, which I stayed very briefly because it's a difficult world to navigate through. And I decided to come back to CASA. It's just a program that has impacted my life, and it's very dear to my heart. And so I was very grateful that I was given the opportunity to return last August. So,
Awesome.
yeah. And in the interim, I volunteered. So I've also been a CASA volunteer.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, that kind of like reminds me just kind of like, how do you feel like you've grown like personally or professionally in this organization? Because we're so new to just being professionals in general. So we're kind of curious on how that's been for you.
Well, that's so interesting you asked me that, because as I mentioned, in my first time here, that was back in 2016, I just felt over the past 7 years, I have grown. I have grown as an individual. I've been through counseling, and I just feel like I'm able to offer more to the parents. I'm able to be more of a sounding board, and just can advocate for them too sometimes, because they've have their own traumas, and sometimes they need a little advocating for too. So I think that may be how I've grown since my first stint here.
Awesome.
So exciting.
Yeah, well, thank y'all. Yeah, some very good questions. I so look forward to you guys wrapping it up, and I know you both worked on projects that you'll be leaving with us, so maybe we can have another episode where we kind of go into detail with that, and you guys can kind of explain to everyone exactly what that project is.
Yes.
Well, we thank you, and we thank you guys for joining us, and we hope you will join us for our next episode of Down with Daughtry. Take 2. Y'all, social work? Okay.
Like a giggler. I giggle and everything.
I do too, that's why. Okay, but we're going to do good. And Kristen's a great editor, so even she can fix stuff. So look forward to following you guys as you
How this works.
pause. Kristen, we're going to need you to edit this out. Our light went out.
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
The light came on.
Okay.
There we
Yeah,
go.
I
Best
think-
interns.
Best intern.
Our invisible crowns.
Kristen, if you're watching this, are we slaying?
We love you. Bye, duck.